Hi, my name is Timo. I'm a creative coder and livecoder based in the Netherlands. And I was asked to live code 30 minutes and also explain my thought process, my composition techniques, how I approach synthesis, how I approach samples, creating rhythms with algorithms. So for that, I'm using my live coding environment named Mercury, and this environment is programmed in MaxMSP, which obviously it uses the sound engine from MaxMSP, but it also uses the OpenGL jitter environment for this responsive text editor, which can also display visuals in the background. When I'm performing live on stage, I'll use that normally. And it uses Node.js and the Node for Max to parse the language, and also to generate the arrays with the values that I'm using to play rhythms and melodies and stuff like that. And for that, I'm using a library called Total Serialism. And this is a library that I've been working on that has a lot of algorithmic methods available for live coding, but can also be used in other JavaScript coding for the browser or whatever. If you're interested in using Mercury, you can download it on GitHub. You do need MaxMSP, but you don't need a license if you just want to play around with the environment and not change anything in the background. Okay. So without further ado, let's get making some sounds. So usually I like to start a performance with setting an atmosphere, creating some ambience, a soundscape. So we'll start with a Tibetan singing bowl that will play every 8 bars. So every time you see the text flash, that's when I'm executing the code. Okay, so maybe let's play it half the speed backwards and offset it by a half. Yeah, I like that. So we'll give it a name, which allows me to call other functions for this instrument. For example, maybe add some reverb. And also some delay to stretch the sound a bit. Nice. While this is running, we can maybe introduce a little percussion. And also play this once in a few bars with some delay, but we'll make the delay a bit shorter to give it some more rhythmical elements. Yep. Make this a little bit louder. Okay, I think it could be interesting to give the soundscape a bit more harmonics, so we can change the playback speed, and for that we can make a ring that has various playback speeds. We can put that ring in the speed function. Let's play this a little bit more often, every 2 bars. And let's make a ring with some different tabla samples. So let's introduce our kick. It's a sample. And we'll detune it a little bit to give it some more low end. Yeah. Give this a name as well, and we'll give it some reverb with a big tail and LFO, so the reverb tail will be adjusted rhythmically. Okay. Let's make this tabla drums play 16th notes, but not every 16th note. We'll make a rhythm for them. Something like this to get started. We'll put the delay down a little bit, I think. Yeah. We'll make a ring where we pick multiple samples from the ring above. So this randomly picks a few of these 3 samples. I think for this one I will want to use a short as well. Maybe add tabla mid. Yeah. And now every time I run the code, this will generate a new random ring with these sample names. So I'll set the random seed to make sure that the random values are the same every time. Yeah, I like this. Could be yeah, I think this is a nice time to play these a little bit more often. Make the tail of the reverb a bit longer and give them an LFO. So we'll get this pulsating soundscape. Let's introduce our synthesizer that we're going to use for the bass. So I'll make a sawtooth synth, I'll name it bass, and I'll play it every bar for now, and give it an envelope of 5 milliseconds attack and 2500 milliseconds release. And give it a filter for now, so we don't have all the harsh overtones of the sawtooth. Okay, it's a bit dull, so we'll add a second wave, which will be an octave lower. It will detune it a little bit. Yeah, that's good. Let's name this instrument. So it gives us some more space to write. And double the effect, so we have the sounds on both sides. Yeah, this gives a better stereo image. Let's modulate this filter. Give it an exponential in the modulation. And maybe make this a bit different in timing, so it kind of moves over the measure. Yeah, I like that. Let's introduce a rhythm for the kick. And for this we'll use a hexadecimal rhythm generator, which uses hexadecimal values to generate a rhythm based on their binary value. And this is a technique that I got acquainted with during the International Conference on Livecoding last February, which was taught to me during a workshop by Stephen Yee, who has the livecode, the C-Sound livecode environment. So let's try something like this. Add the beat to the kick. And set this to 16th notes. Also get rid of the effects. And maybe set a high pass to give it some kind of transition. Okay, let's get this bass going on every quarter note. Make the envelope a bit shorter. offbeat. Give it a little bit of room. Like to downsample the bass. To give it this nice edgy distortion. Let's add a snare. Measure. Okay, maybe every 7/8. Nah, 15/16. Yeah, I like this. Speed it up a little bit. Yeah. Let's modulate the downsampling for this bass line over time. We'll make a ring. Generate some random floating point values. And put that in here. Get this bass moving quicker. On every 16th note, we'll make it a bit shorter. We'll add an LFO on every 16th note as well, which allows us to cut off the reverb. Okay, here we go. We'll add a hi-hat on the offbeat. Pan it randomly. I will add an extra snare. And this one will be played every 2 measures. Let's see what that does. Give this a little bit of reverb. see, I don't have that many lines. It stops at 30. So this means that I need to delete something if we want to make something else. I like to have this limitation, which kind of makes me, forces me to move on and delete code in order to progress with the performance. So let's add some nodes for the baseline. And then this will be a probability. To try and modulate the reverb on the snare. So we'll make some smaller rooms and then one really big one. This bass line. And make a transition. Shift this an octave up. Let's see what that does. And we'll change the beat for the kick. Yeah. Let's introduce the tabla again. Give some probabilities to these rhythms. No. Let's see what we can do by making a bit of a progression for the bass line. We'll set a scale. Take the bass line and we'll clone it. And then also play it a fifth up. Put in the bass line. Let's put it down. our time is almost up. So let's start with a breakdown. I'll just gradually turn down the gains for different instruments. Maybe put one back in. Maybe put the tabla back in and get rid of the bass and the head. Make the delay longer and then turn the gain off. Cool. So that was it. Thank you for watching and listening. Hopefully you enjoyed it and hopefully it was clear. If you have any questions, you can always contact me through my website, through Instagram, through Facebook, through GitHub, whatever you like. It's all fine. Thanks for watching and till next time.